Hey guys, Brian with Workshop Addict, and today we're going to go over the new Makita 20-inch GCU 08 chainsaw. This should be purchased as a kit, as you want this large 8 amp hour pack that's got the tabless cells on the inside. Now, I did a lot of cutting with this, and I think I had a small bar and chain problem. I went through 3 batteries with this saw, and in the beginning I got a lot of cutouts. There is not a lot of torque right off the get with this saw, and in some cases I found that chips were getting inside the bar, kind of binding up the chain, making it feel like the chain was too tight when the chain wasn't too tight. And I think the chain would like to grab a little bit, and that would trigger the cutout. Now, after the 3rd battery, I also had another bar and chain problem, which is my own fault. I was looking for my dog rather than looking at what's around me while I was driving, and the bar took the brunt of it. So, kind of an interesting situation. It now cuts around curves. We're gonna fix this, but I do think that something inside this was an issue, because the longer I used the saw, the better and better it got. It just felt like there was something inside here that was grabbing and stopping the saw. Makita claims this to be a 50cc equivalent saw, and then when you look it up online, they'll tell you that it cuts 25% faster than a 50cc saw, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Maybe someone can explain that. What I see here is my own opinion. A 20-inch bar is not designed to be on a 50cc saw, at least not ones that I'm purchasing. I guess if I were to equate that over to a steel, that would be something like a steel 291, the higher end of them, and then I still would be in the 16 to 18 inch bar, although you could. And I think that when you're doing that style of cutting that could use the full 20-inch bar on this, really pushes the saw to a point where that cutout area is right there. All it takes is a little bit too much, and this saw likes to cut out, especially in the beginning. And I go back to when you first pick up this saw, it could be a little disappointing, but as you use the saw, it seems to come into its own and really start to push. Although I would compare it to a 50cc saw, and for the trees that I'm cutting down, I would never grab a 50cc saw off the shelf. In fact, I would have my Steel 500i, or sometimes even the Husqvarna 592, which is way overkill and way too heavy, but the power keeps me more in tune to what's happening while I'm cutting, rather than more in tune to not pushing the saw too far so it cuts out at a bad place. So in short, I think that we have too large of a bar, or we have a bar in here that tempts us to cut a little bit larger trees than what this saw really should. If we were to say, hey, 50cc saw, chain speed on it's amazing, 5,700 feet per minute. That rocks. I absolutely love the chain speed, the trigger, the settings, everything on this is great. Ergonomics, comfortability with it, the sizing, everything here is almost perfection. Like a little bit more torque. So when I talk about perfection, this saw feels wonderful. Nice rubber overmold on the handle. I mean, it feels good. It's in a great place. Everything here ergonomically is wonderful. The bucking spikes might be a little light, but it's a 50cc saw, so I don't think that they really are. Chain brake is spot on. We can turn this guy on, and this is our user control panel here. You can see the chain brake is blinking. The battery light is on the other side. This looks like a fuel meter. It is not. If we were to push the play button down here, it goes from eco to middle to high mode. And it rocks when you're using it. The safety in back is easy to get used to. Wish it didn't have it. I'm sure that's part of the thing here. Chain brake comes in, red light comes on, power button to turn it on and off. Trigger is absolutely amazing. Nice, long, variable speed pull. Everything's great. We got lines on here. If you're dropping a tree, you got all kinds of good professional features, including rubber overmold at the back. I love the design of this saw. The oil holds quite a bit, and it also has a nice large O-ring on the bottom, and it didn't leak for me at all, albeit I was using it a short period of time. As I said in the beginning, you should buy this as a kit because this gray 8 amp hour battery is what you need to get this saw up to where they rate it at the 50cc mark. $1,350 for the kit. Somebody's gonna say, well, compare that to the Milwaukee, compare that to the Ego, compare it to the other ones. And in the first 3 charges of the battery, I would choose this saw to cut if I was cutting smaller branches, you know, the 4 to 10 inch, before I would pick up many of the others because they're heavier. But at the same point in time, I lack the same power. I just don't have it. I don't have the torque that you have. The Milwaukee is a torque monster. I just don't have the same power in the same comfortable feeling going out and dropping big trees with it. So if I'm a homeowner and I want to pick up something that is just top of the line, wonderful feeling, great saw, feels very professional, feels like it's built really well, engineered to the nines, this is it. It's wonderful. I think that changing the bar and chain, which I'll have the opportunity to hopefully do in the future when I get a few other things fixed, I think that could change this 100%. And I'm not sure why, but as something wore in and it felt like it was in the chain and or the bar, it got better and better and better and better. So if you do pick this up or you have it and you ran your first battery through it and you got a little disappointed, don't be. Keep going. Something in here changes. And when I find what that something is, I'm going to come back and I'll recommend it, although it's going to be another $100 on top of it. If it's the bar, this bar itself is about 68 bucks. I believe it to be an Oregon bar, since it came with an Oregon chain. So maybe it's a bar. I'm going to try something a little different. Maybe it's the chain. I'm going to try something a little different there. I think I can tune that in a little bit. I doubt that we got a low kickback chain, that the rakers were too low on. That's what it really felt like. It felt like in certain cases, the chain wanted to jump in and cut too much, and it didn't want to do it all the time. It just, like, when you got to a certain point in the chain, it just would jump in, cut out. Other than that, if you could control that, the whole saw just rocked. The experience is amazing. The experience is something that legit awesome saw to cut with, just needs a little more torque or something changed somewhere else. I think I've said that 1,000 times. The kit is complete, as complete as I'd seen. Scrunch, guard, good charger, full battery, file, you know, it just, everything here is what you would expect with the top of the line $1,350 saw. Amazing. I'd love to hear your comments. Absolutely love to hear everything that you guys want to say about this saw, good or bad. So leave them in the description or leave them below the description in the comment section. I'll have some links in the description. I can't wait to get back out with a few changes and do something different. So I'll keep you updated on that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for those updates. As always, thank you for your time. Give us a like in this video. Have a great day.